It's Wolfman's e-bike. He
doesn't want my bike.
He doesn't want me to ride it and mess it up.
No.
We're going to be doing some upgrades to this bike over time because it's Wolfman's e-bike.
I don't know if I'm doing upgrades.
He loves it. Well, you've got a spank bar you got to put on there for Big Sister Brandon and Big Brother Kevin H.
Don't hurt my bike.
This is going to be a bonus episode, Wolf Tick Nation, so hopefully you guys enjoy these bonus episodes. We're fixing to do the real-time review on the Vanpowers e-bike. This is Wolfman's e-bike. He loves this thing. He's done his little part of the review. We're going to see if we can stick some of that in on this video as well. But I'm going to take it around the 3Cs trail because we're at beautiful Mount Nebo.
Gently.
Yeah, gently.
Don't jump my bike.
We're top beautiful.
Do not Carson Brooks my bike.
We are at beautiful Mount Nebo State Park here in Dardanelle, Arkansas. If you're interested in this Vanpowers e-bike, you guys can check out the link in the description below to see where you guys can get it. But you know, without further ado, let's get after it. Let's start riding this bike. I'm really looking forward to cruising in a fat tire e-bike. I just got off the Malice.
Get off my hand!
Tomatoes! Alright guys, here we go with the Vanpowers e-bike, 750 watt rear hub, actual Bafang motor. We're going to power it on here. Display's a little hard to see with all the reflections. And we're going to go to pedal assist 0. Now something interesting with this bike, this was kind of one of the first actually that sent the e-bike without a throttle. If you guys notice, this is a pedal assist bike only, but well, they didn't send it with the throttle on the bar. They actually sent it detached. So this is one of the first e-bikes actually that one of the reasons why Wolfman's such a big fan of it is because you can ride this thing on most of the trails here in Arkansas. It's trail legal because it doesn't have the throttle. But, you know, they did send us the throttle with it. So it's pretty much as easy as just hooking it up, unzipping this little sheath here, and there's a connector for a throttle so you can attach it over here. But Wolfman said, man, they sent it to us like that, we should just review it like that. And then he absolutely fell in love with this bike. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through the shifting a little bit. This is the Shimano Acera 8-speed. And another interesting thing about this bike is it actually has a quick shifter as opposed to that big old Mickey Mouse shifter. And that was another really cool aspect to this bike. And it shifts really good. I love the 1x setup on this bike. It's not trying too hard, and the other interesting fact about this thing is it has a free hub as opposed to a free wheel. I've never seen that on an e-bike before. Now I'm not sure what kind of cassette you could actually get that will fit with this thing. I don't know if a 9-speed or a 10-speed will fit, but just having the ability to maybe play with some options like that is pretty cool. So I'm very excited about that. What we're going to do is we're going to let these people go by. We're probably going to go ahead and head out over here. I was going to hit that 3C trail, but this is an e-bike. I don't want to be all over their butt. So what we're going to do is we'll go on the road over here. I'm going to give you guys my riding experience. If you guys want to get any more kind of some specs and some technical stuff on this bike, you can go ahead and go check out the initial impressions video that we did. Okay, so going about 7.8 miles an hour. Pedal assist is level 0. We got a full battery. I think this thing would took about 7 or 8 hours to charge. Overall, the riding position is very comfortable for me. Wolfman's 6'4", I'm 5'5". It's comfortable for me, and you guys all know this is Wolfman's e-bike, so it must be comfortable for him. I think the only negative that he had, and we'll see if we can pull some footage from his review, his real-time review, only negative he had was the bars were too narrow for him because he's pretty broad-shouldered. They're perfect for me, but what we'll do is we will we've actually got a bar that Big Sister Brandon and Big Brother Kevin H sent us for the Wolfman, a spank bar. So we're going to be doing some upgrades to this bike. Wolfman was like, I don't know if I want to mess with anything with that bike, but we're going to be doing some we're going to do some upgrades for him, maybe some hydraulic brakes, something like that. And speaking of brakes, this bike actually has 180 millimeter rotors front and rear, and they are cable actuated. So pretty big on safety. This is a big, heavy bike. But, you know, Wolfman has put some miles on this thing, and the levers kind of do have some play on them a little bit. I can kind of feel a little bit of lever stretch. But, I don't know, maybe some hydraulic brakes here in the near future, some e-bike ones. All right, let's go ahead and turn this thing into level assist 1. And automatically that rear hub just wants to kick on. And it's helping me out right now at 11 miles an hour. I mean, it is just effortless on my part. It's about right at 12 miles an hour is where it starts to die out. You know, what's crazy is with this whole Bafang brushless motor is it kicks on so smooth, guys. I mean, this thing is butter in the kicking on and off department. That brushless rear hub is just awesome. I mean, and right now I'm going 14, 15 miles an hour. A lot of the times with these e-bikes, it's like on or off, right? And it's really abrupt. This is super smooth. And the other cool thing is it's actually like sensing my pedal strokes almost. And it's just super smooth. It's very nice. Now let's go ahead and go to level assist pedal assist level 3. Wow, and we're going right at 20 miles an hour. We'll go to pedal assist level 5. That's the max. I'm in 8th gear and we're going right at 25, and this thing still wants to go. Like, I can tell if we had a 9-speed or a 10-speed, oh yeah, it's kicking on. Oh buddy, 25 miles an hour, and it's keeping a constant flow or a constant amount of output with how fast my feet are going. So it's definitely sensing that, and the slower I go, the more it starts to kind of die out, and then it smoothly just stops. Oh, that is probably one of the smoothest e-bikes I've experienced, or this is probably one of the smoothest e-bikes I've experienced as far as the pedal assist goes with the motor kicking on and off. They've done an extremely good job. And another thing is the fork up here. Let's put this thing into lockout. Okay, we're in lockout now. I should have maybe been doing that from the beginning. We've got a headlight on this, and we will, let's see, we'll turn the headlight on for safety. And it does light the screen up. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it shows that there's a little headlight on there as well. You know, that fork is just big and beefy up front. And I literally wasn't feeling too much travel just a second ago. We got some deer over here to the right. But yeah, it's super smooth, man. I'm gonna turn it back down to pedal assist level 1, and it just kicks in super soft. Very impressed. We're gonna go down here by I believe it's Sunset Point, and then we'll kind of circle back and maybe hit this dirt trail on the way back. But this bike is super comfortable. The seat could probably be a little bit more comfortable, but the brakes are working really well. And they're quiet, which is crazy, but I know Wolfman's been riding this thing a lot and has been breaking them in. That fork up front's not necessarily the worst. We're going to unlock that fork, and we're also going to set the preload to the softest. He probably has it set for the stiffest for him. We'll go to, let's see, 5th gear. That group set, the Sarah, that's a pretty bulletproof group set, really is. It's pretty solid. But the 3C trails is over here. We're going to cut back through there and start riding, and we'll talk about how this bike feels on the dirt. But overall on the road, it is definitely a winner. Very, very impressed with the brushless rear hub on this thing, the Bafang. All right, we got a sloth cam going. Let's go ahead and hit this 3C trail, triple C as I like to call it. Okay, let's see, where's the entrance? Here we go. All right, now let's put this fork through a little bit of test. And these tires, the Juggernaut 26 by 4-inch tires. Oh yeah, oh dude, I can see why Wolfman is a fan of this bike, guys. It is butter. It really is. I think my favorite thing, oh yeah, he used to be so jealous watching this footage. I think my favorite thing with this bike is the smoothness of the rear hub. I cannot say enough good things about that. I mean, holy crap, is it impressive. These brakes are doing a good job of slowing me down as well. What's cool is a lot of the times with e-bikes, at least from our experience, we've got a pretty good amount of them now. You put it on pedal assist 1, you know, because there's a lot of tight corners, there's a lot of pedaling and shifting and stuff like that that's required on a trail like this, right? This is a green, but what I'm getting at is the pedal assist, it's all over the place. It's there, it's not, it kicks on, it kicks off, it dies out really fast, or it continues to go. This here is a rider's, oh man, this here is a rider's rear hub and pedal assist. I mean, it is just super smooth. It's working so well with the Acera 8-speed. It knows when I'm pedaling. It doesn't take for days to let off. Like right now, I'll stop pedaling here, and it just smoothly, gradually starts to slow down. And what's so interesting about it is it kind of has a feel that it's almost pressure sensitive on the pedaling. Like it knows when I start to hunker down, if I'm close to first or second gear. If I'm in a pickle, it starts to kick on like that. And it doesn't really give full force unless it feels full force coming back from it, is the best way I can explain it. The bike is just amazingly comfortable, and it's a trip because it's still comfortable for the Wolfman. And I'm not even missing a throttle right now. Most of the time on trails, especially with e-bikes, I want a throttle big time, and this here does not leave me wanting a throttle whatsoever because it's so smooth. Maybe that's why I like throttles, because I don't really ever ride this bike, and this is the smoothest one yet. Everything feels nice and comfortable within reach. And the pedals are actually pretty decent on this bike. And that fork, I can't get enough of telling you guys, it's doing a really good job. We'll see what it looks like right here with some travel. Yeah, very good job. And these tires aren't bad either, you know. Take a little bit more pressure out of the tires just for a smoother ride, but they're tracking really good, you know. This is a lot of loose clay, and there's some sand back there. I'm not going to hit that feature, don't worry. I don't know, maybe I just hit it and I edited it out because Wolfman's watching. You'll never know. But guys, if you appreciate these bonus episodes, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I know a lot of the Wolf Tick Nation out there supports all of our videos, and we both appreciate that so much. I know you guys are pretty much willing to watch everything that we put out, and it really helps with these bonus episodes if you guys maybe share them or give a thumbs up, or kind of watch throughout, or just let it play in the background if it's not really your cup of tea at all. Really helps us out, you know. Okay, brakes working really good. Yeah, Vanpowers has done an amazing job of making a good, refined, big, this is a fat tire, heavy e-bike. They've done such a good job because it feels so tight in all the right places. The fork, although it's a big, heavy coil fork, and yeah, the knob may not feel the greatest, just the build quality of this bike, and it feeling all one piece and not just like a bike that was kind of put together with a bunch of different pieces. They've done an excellent job with that. It feels maneuverable. It feels tough. Again, I'm a fan of these tires. I just got to keep it in pedal assist level 1. There's really no need to go past that. And honestly, I was always calling bullcrap on Wolfman whenever he was telling me that that's all he ever rides in is pedal assist level 1 or 0. I was like, yeah, whatever. I can see it now. You know, I can completely see it. This bike does not try too hard, that's for sure. I think this is the right way. It knows what it is, and it's confident. And man, like I said, super maneuverable. I'm going 14 miles an hour right now, and this feels like some of our pretty legit hardtails, you know what I'm saying? Most e-bikes at this point would be chattering and sound like they were gonna fall apart. And this guy right here, I'm actually confident with sitting down. I'm not even having to stand up. I actually feel confident with just sitting down and steering it. Wow. Wow, very impressive. All right, guys, well, I think that's enough from me. I really can't say anything bad about this bike at the moment. Let's shoot over the Wolfman and let's see what he has to say, if I can find that footage, that is.
You know, when people have to wipe the lens, you're going to have to wipe the lens.
I'm gonna have, yeah, I'm gonna have a bunch of beard in it. Well, if I can get going. Stopped on a hill. No throttle. Heavy bike. Oh. If I can get my allergies to stop long enough, I can talk about this bike a little bit. So, this is probably my favorite, least fat tire e-bike that I've rode so far of our bikes that I've got to ride. And what I'm basing that on is, I feel like even though it's a heavy bike, it feels, when you're riding it, it actually feels a lot lighter for what it is. It doesn't feel like it's a tank, if you will. It does in the sense that it feels like you can roll over anything, but it doesn't in the sense of, it doesn't feel heavy and sluggish. For an e-bike, that's a fat tire bike. I want to be clear on that. I'm not talking about you get on it and feel like you can flick it around like a little, 27.5 hardtail. No, but for a 26-inch fat tire bike, it feels pretty decently light and easy to maneuver, especially since it's not. They did a good job on that. It is definitely a comfortable bike for a trail riding fat tire e-bike that's hub driven. It's not like, I don't know if I'd want to ride this for a long distance on the road as much as some of the other bikes, like my folding e-bike that I like a lot, the hay bike. But I do for trails, if it had a more comfortable, like right now I'm a 6'4", I'm a little bit big for this bike. I don't feel too big for it. I feel like I just wished I had a little bit different handlebar and a little more comfortable grip. And then I think I would be probably pretty happy with the setup. Oh. That was a little bit of a drop. Anyway, I feel like the fork is pretty compliant. It's not overly soft. It actually performs, so far, it performs pretty good. It's very, it has good feedback. Excuse me, I'm going down some stuff I'm not exactly used to. The fork provides enough trail feedback to make me feel like I'm involved in the riding of the bike and not just a passenger. If that makes sense. It's not too soft and cushy, but yet it definitely takes a lot of these wearing hits off of the shoulders. It helps to absorb some of that. The tires grip really well. I haven't had any problems with the grip yet, and I started off riding a little faster and hitting some of this mixed rocky trail terrain, and it's grabbed pretty good so far. I haven't had any issues. I haven't been on a lot of different types of terrain yet, but so far it's good.
There's a little uphill right here, Jeff.
Decent. It's doing it. The bike's pretty damn good. Yeah, it's definitely by far the best one that we've had as far as the fat tire, bikes and stuff.
The delivery that makes a big difference.
What the Tick was asking about right now, he was asking how the power delivery, since it's the smoothest delivery. It is the smoothest delivery of any of the bikes that we've had yet. But even though it's a smooth delivery, I might try going up in different numbers. I'm in first, and this one might actually differ in power delivery, not just speed, a little bit. Not a lot, but I'm gonna go to 2 and just try it. I don't know if it really helps more, or if it's just more if I'm on open end speed, where the limit is higher. I can't decide. Don't get me wrong, it's helping. Thankfully, because I wouldn't be able to, son of a to walk this. That's a little stupid.
Wow.
How's my baby?
Man, she's good. I don't know why I haven't done that real-time review sooner. That right there is my new e-bike. I love this thing.
Well, hang on. No, that right there is my e-bike.
Wow. Man, this, I really have no negatives to say. I think my favorite thing, and I said it multiple times, they're probably tired of hearing it, when you're on the trail or you're on the road, the smoothness of that Bafang hub is so, it just senses every pedal stroke. It's so smooth when it comes on, it's so smooth when it kicks off. All I have to have this thing is like pedal assist level 1, especially on the trails. It feels super solid, it feels all one piece, and everything is just so, everything works so well together, you know what I mean? It is an awesome e-bike that Vanpowers just did an amazing job on. Like, from the, I mean, I don't know, I don't think I have any negatives on it. Yeah, of course, you got the coil fork up front, that could be better.
Yeah.
You've got cable actuated brakes, that could be hydraulic.
They're not cable actuated brakes. They're mechanical brakes.
Mechanical. Well, then I say mechanical, and then you give me crap saying that they're hydraulic.
No, these are mechanical brakes.
Yeah.
No, cable actuated hydraulic calipers are what you're getting confused with.
Okay, anyway. The brakes could be better, you know what I mean? The fork could be better, but for the most part, this bike is a solid performer. The tires are even good on it, and especially, I mean, you put some miles on this bike, you know what I mean? This is the first time.
I know it says 55, but I know I put way more than that, so I don't know why the odometer, but all of the e-bikes seem to do that.
Yeah, it's weird, but the display is great. Everything is in miles per hour like it should be. You know, I don't know if you can change a lot of that stuff, but man, I am just, I can't believe that I haven't gotten more seat time on this bike.
Oh, I know, I can.
Yeah.
I 100% can understand why you have it.
Yeah, but it's the Vanpowers, man.
Yeah, you will not get more seat time on that bike.
Yeah,
unless I'm dead.
Yeah, this is a very impressive e-bike.
Oh, maybe I'll leave it to you in my will.
Yeah, you should. You know, this is a very impressive e-bike. And guys, if you want to check out the affiliate links,
I think they're on sale for $2,000 right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, see, you think about that.
It might be worth $2,000.
I mean, it might be worth it because
if you're not looking to go crazy and jump and do all that.
If you just want to keep up with everybody, this might be the bike to do it with. And really, I think $2,000 would be, in my opinion, kind of cheap for a bike that's of this caliber. You know what I mean? Wolfman's been riding this thing a lot, man.
Yeah.
He really has. So maybe we'll be doing some upgrades to it. Like I said, I think it needs some hydraulic brakes. Tasteful. And some hydraulic brakes. I know we're talking about that wider bar on this thing, but other than that, I know you like the crap out of it. It's a super comfortable bike, and that's another thing, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm 5'5", I'm comfortable on this bike. You're 6'4", you're comfortable on this bike. That's a rarity.
It's pretty versatile.
That's a rarity, versatile, and you know it's got one of these right here. Check this out. Bam.
Yeah, I love the kickstand.
All right, guys.
I would never take my kickstand off.
Hey, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. That was another Wolf Videos bonus episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We will see you guys on the next episode.
Yeah.